Today, we are the 23rd day of the Omer, which is 3 weeks and 2 days. We are actually in the 4th week. The whole 4th week of the Omer is under the heading of Netzach. Netzach, which means eternity. We started speaking about that yesterday. And it has to do with eternity, the eternal aspects of the neshama, of the soul, the eternal aspects of Am Yisrael, the eternal aspect of the Torah, and is represented by Moshe Rabbeinu. So this whole week is under that heading of Netzach. But eternity insinuates also being consistent. It means also loyalty. It means like you start a project and you stay with it. It means also having a purpose and being continuously involved in what you're heading towards, not to be sort of wishy-washy, one day like this, one day like that. That is one heading for the whole week. So in spirituality, it is a very important aspect, the aspect of being consistent, of persisting, of having that approach of eternity, which means continue to be continuous about what we're involved in. And that's a very important quality to have. And this is the quality of the whole week. However, today, within that quality of Netzach, we focus and concentrate on Gvura Sheba Netzach, which means strength, which means to have that kind of a strength to be able to accomplish this kind of aspect of persistent, of continuous, of being consistent. You need a certain strength of character. And today we focus on that aspect of the strength of character to create the aspect of Netzach, which is continuous, eternity, or even in Hebrew, Netzach, it has to do with also Nitzachon, which is victory. So these are the aspects that we focus on today as we move through the 49 days coming closer to the receiving of the Torah. We'll learn one Mishnah today from Pirkei Avot. Omer, we're speaking here about Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa. This is the Mishnah number 12 in the 3rd chapter. So Rabbi Chanina ben Dosa used to say, Kol shema'asav merubim mechokhmato. Anyone whose actions are greater than his chokhmah, than his wisdom, than his knowledge, chokhmato mitkayemet. His chokhmah, his knowledge, his wisdom will be established and will continue, will persist. But anyone whose knowledge, wisdom is greater than his actions, his wisdom, his knowledge will not continue, will not persist. So what are we talking about here? You know, the most important thing when a person learns mitzvot, Torah, is to be able to apply what he learns. That's like in the creation of the world, it says, Asher bara Elokim la'asot. We live in a world of action. You cannot just have things in theory or things just in your mind as a subject of knowledge without applying and realizing that knowledge into action. Because action is very important. So this Mishnah tells us that action is most important. And if you have so much knowledge, your actions, you should attempt to have do more than even what you know. In other words, to focus and realize that your knowledge is only to be applied. What good could it be if a person knows about all the halachot of Lashon Hara, of evil speech, but he doesn't know how to apply them? If a person knows the halachot of Shabbat, and he has that knowledge, but he does not apply them. The main thing is the application of the knowledge that you gain to put it into action. So this was from Pirkei Avot for this week that we're going to be reading this coming Shabbat. Baruch Adonai Me'olam. Amen ve'amen.